Okay, everybody, welcome back. Halloween is just around the corner, but with all the fun comes costume chaos and time constraints, as well as health, safety, and money concerns.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot of fun, so let's try to make it safe to begin with, all right? Here to help even the busiest parents with some quick and easy Halloween tips, we welcome child care and food safety expert Princess Kristen Wiles. Princess, how are you this morning?
I am good. Thank you for having me on the show.
You know, it's so, parents do have concerns about safety and healthy foods and that sort of thing, so let's try to make it as simple as possible, shall we?
Yes. Well, when we think of Halloween, we automatically think of costumes and we think of candy.
Right.
But like you said, things that we need to think about as well is health and safety, which is so important. When it comes to costumes, you definitely want to make sure you choose a costume that is flame resistant.
Right.
You want to make sure that the eye holes, if there's a mask, there's plenty of visibility. And when it comes to long pant legs or skirts, you want to definitely tack those up. Now, no one wants to spend money on hemming things,
or time.
Or the time,
yeah, that's a big one.
So double stick tape is super great.
And you might double check the costume. The last thing you want it to do is rip or tear when they're out, because it's embarrassing to them. It's no fun.
And when you're out and about, that's another thing you should definitely do, is to have double stick tape in your bag. That's a great thing.
Or duct tape.
Now, or duct tape, it seems to work as well.
The little princess costumes are so hot this year, and I have not seen this little fairy one, but this one kind of does double duty because it keeps your kids safe. They can be seen.
Exactly. This is what's great. And, I always tell my parents, if you want to save time, go to one place that has thousands of costumes, like your local Kmart. This one here is the pink light-up fairy costume for a little girl, and the boy's Batman costume. There is a little button underneath. It's a little blue button on the right side, right there.
Oh, okay.
And it's hard to see on TV because it's kind of got to be in the dark, but the whole bottom lights up, and they can push it.
So cute.
It's really fun.
Now, see, the youngsters would love that.
Isn't that great? And then what's also wonderful is you can get your kids involved and get online. Their website, you can use their costume tool. It's called the costume, and it'll help you choose the right costume for you.
Well, that's pretty. Even if you have to pay an extra $1 or $2 for something like that, it's worth it.
Well, and it's Kmart, so you know it's going to be good.
Exactly. And what's great is they have them for the whole family. They have sizes for adults, children, kids, everybody.
Very good.
What's also important, I always say pick up some, reflective tape. This is really inexpensive. You can put that on costumes as well and be seen in the dark. Now, when we're talking about actual trick-or-treating the night of, I always tell my parents it's super important to fill up their tummies before they go out.
Right.
This is a huge tip.
Because they're going to be munching.
Because they want to get into their treats baskets, and you want to avoid that as much as possible. You want to stress the bring it home first rule so that they know they have to bring it home so you can inspect their candy.
Right.
And if for any reason they are so hungry because they're going to be tempted because they have all those treats,
well, sure they are.
I suggest that you pack your own treats for them to have so you know they're safe.
What do you suggest?
Something like these Tiger's Milk Nutrition Bars. They're high in protein and calcium, so you know you're giving them something that's not only good for them, but also something that you know is safe because you packed it yourself. And they come in 4 great flavors.
Probably the most nutritious thing they're going to have all night.
Probably.
You might as well go ahead and get that in.
And
I like that.
in terms of that, because there is so much candy, involved with Halloween, it's a great time to definitely talk to your kids about oral health.
You got that right.
Yes,
oh my
this is so important. It's a great time to do this. So not only talking about brushing, but also, brushing alone just isn't enough. I say use a rinse that not only protects your teeth against cavities, but also cleans the mouth, like this Listerine Smart Rinse.
And your gums as well.
Exactly.
Because you know as well as I do that if you don't take care of your gums, that's where so much disease is going to start.
Absolutely.
And that could create all kinds of problems for the rest of your body.
Right.
What's the Smart Rinse about?
Well, what's wonderful about this is it deposits 2 times more fluoride than other kids' mouthwashes, and it also is fun. What's wonderful is there's a pre-rinse that shows you where you need to brush. So it's like a magnet. It attracts to the particles, so it shows them where they need to brush, which makes it fun. Then they brush, and then the post-rinse shows in the sink. It shows the evidence is in the sink of what they missed.
You make it a game.
Yes, exactly. And getting the kids involved is the best way to do this. And this, like I said, instilling good oral health habits now is the best thing you can do.
And by the way, I just happened to notice this.
Yes. When it comes to safety, we have a lot of new things on the market, a lot of things we've seen before, but what's great about these are a hands-free light that you can just have them wear around their neck. So in the dark, you can have your whole group together wearing the same thing, and then they don't set it down.
Oh, that's very smart. Yeah, because if you're going to give them just a little flashlight, tendency is they've got their little basket, they've got candy.
And all I have to do is just reach down for this.
Exactly. Now in terms of flashlights, I do have a fun flashlight I wanted to show you.
Okay.
If you are talking about safety outside.
That's a flashlight?
How fun is that?
Oh, my goodness. That's adorable. Oh, now where did you find that? That's cute.
These actually are found at major retailers all around the country. Yeah, you can find them anywhere. And they have them obviously a number of different sizes and shapes and so forth.
And you know, Kristen, the fun thing about that is if they have something, they're going to show that off. And
exactly, they're not going to lose it.
If you just give them the old black flashlight that you have in the garage, chances are it's going to be gone.
Completely agree with that.
Yeah, very good.
And if you may have noticed during the demonstration here, the wonderful decorations that are very simple,
very cute.
Yet very festive. It looks great on camera. I was just looking at the monitor a moment ago.
Well, you know what's wonderful? This time of year is a perfect time to get the kids involved and actually hanging and putting up decorations as well, because it's a fun time. And these gel clean decorations you can find them anywhere now. These are super fun because they put them on windows and mirrors. You just have to supervise the kids and let them go crazy.
Oh, and they
easy to peel off.
Yeah, they just peel off. And what's wonderful is they have a green factor. They're reusable. So after you're done, this Halloween, you can put them back on either the plastic they came in or maybe some, I guess, wax paper. Store them for next year and use them again.
That's what this texture is. It is wax paper texture.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Those are very, very cute. And I like the fact that you did these little felt, cute little buckets that you can use instead of the big plastic ones.
Yes.
The other thing is these are smaller, so they're going to get filled up faster instead of the great big huge one.
Well, there's that. And then also, another tip I always tell parents, and this is something that a lot of people don't think about, when you get an abundance of candy, if you want to sit down with your kids and you definitely involve them in the process of sorting it out so they understand what needs to be discarded and why, you can also sort half of it away and donate it to local children's hospitals and nursing homes. And you're avoiding that much more sugar getting on their teeth.
These are things you need to think about to make it a wonderful and safe Halloween. Princess,
very, very nanny this morning.
If you want more tips, you can definitely follow me on Twitter at Nanny Wiles.
Nanny Wiles.
Nanny Wiles.
I love that.
W-I-L-E-S.
Well, you look beautiful.
You do.
Very nice.
Happy Halloween.
That's awesome.
8:25. You're watching Tennessee Mornings.